Good afternoon. Let's try it again. Good afternoon. That's great. Please be seated. We're happy to have you with us. I'm Mark Ziegler, and the ceremony will begin in a few minutes. We have two requests. First, when the time comes, please stand up for the processional, the national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the recessional. Our second request is that, except for the times when I have asked you to stand, please remain seated throughout the ceremony. Graduates must remain until all degrees have been granted and the recessional is over, and we really appreciate you following this. If you leave after your graduate or after you have received a degree, it interferes with others in the audience who are here to see the graduates and here to receive their own degree. During the conferral of degrees, a professional photographer will photograph each graduate walking across the stage. You will receive proofs of the pictures, but there is no obligation to buy them. And finally, we ask everyone to please silence your cell phones. Thank you, and again, we are glad to have you with us at Florida State.
Really? Good afternoon. I'm Richard McCullough. I'm the president of Florida State University. Commencement is one of the happiest days in the life of a university. It's a day of celebration for our graduates, families, and friends, for our faculty and staff who helped all of you reach this milestone. We are really proud to share this moment with all of you today. I want to first acknowledge the terrible loss that our community has suffered. Just over 2 weeks ago, there was a tragic event here at Florida State University where senseless violence occurred, and we were deeply affected by that. We lost Robert Morales, a dedicated FSU employee, and Tiru Java, a visitor from South Carolina. Multiple people were injured, and many were deeply shaken. It was a tough time. One of the most amazing things that I witnessed is First Lady and I visited with hundreds and hundreds of the students, is that you all, while shaken and processing, were strong and had begun to heal. You're also deeply grateful for the things that the university did for you, and that meant a lot to me. That helped me to heal, and I thank you for that. It was obviously a situation that one could never imagine, and the leadership of the university was challenged by this terrible event. And you helped us, and I appreciate that. We witnessed the best that FSU had to give: compassion, courage, an outpouring of support from around the world, from all of our FSU family. I don't even know where to begin in terms of thanking the FSU Police Department for their incredible response, which literally saved lives on that day. From the time the call came in until the shooter was down, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. I saw the video where our FSU police ran into danger and into a hail of bullets to subdue the killer and acted selflessly in the face of violence, and it was just incredible to see, so I thank them again. At this time, I ask you to please join me in a moment of silence to honor Robert and Tiru and to support those who are recovering. Thank you. Congratulations to this class of graduates. We've accomplished so much. Why do I say we? Because we all came at the same time. We came at the same time. You're gonna have to be my favorite class of all times. We made this university better over the last 4 years. And you played a huge role in that, and I thank you for that. You made student life even better than it was before. Princeton Review noticed, voted us #1 in student experience in the United States among public universities. You made the environment incredible with amazing academics, scholarship, and just having fun. That attracted almost 90,000 people to apply to Florida State University, almost the top 10 in the entire United States. That's because of you. When I went to school, I was in college. One of my biggest challenges is, always having enough money. I didn't have a car. I had to find a way to get a ride to school every day. And that was a challenge. But I didn't face the Great Recession, and I sure the heck didn't face a global pandemic like you all did. So that makes you more resilient and stronger than I am or was, and that will benefit you going forward. So congratulations to all of you. We celebrate you. This is also the largest graduating class in Florida State's history. I got the graduation injuries to prove it right here. Thank you all for being part of this great class, graduating class of Florida State University, and we just appreciate you so much. So remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the singing of the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars royal perilous fight? Where the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
Color Guard, you are dismissed. Thank you. Audience may now be seated. I want to thank the members of the Florida State University Police Department, the Tallahassee Police Department, the Leon County Sheriff's Office, the Tallahassee Fire Department, the Leon County Emergency Medical Services, the Florida Highway Patrol for being here today and for all your work to keep our community safe. I also want to thank Anthony Berger from the Seminole Tribe of Florida Fire Rescue Department for joining us here today. Florida State University respects its unique and collaborative friendship with the Seminole Tribe of Florida. The university and the tribe are partners who work side by side toward the respectful use of their name, imagery, and symbols. Seminole history is Florida history, and everyone in the FSU community is responsible for maintaining and respecting our ongoing partnership. Thank you to our wonderful commencement brass from the College of Music, conducted by Caleb Swidenek. I'd also like to thank Ms. Caitlin Ekwaye for singing the national anthem. Caitlin's pursuing a doctorate in vocal performance, and after graduation, she plans to pursue a career in teaching voice and opera and performance. Thank you, Caitlin. I also want to thank Student Body President Jackson Beauvais for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's take a moment to remember the students who are no longer with us. We cherish the memories of our time together and impacts they made on our campus and community. To the family and friends of those we've lost, we offer our deepest condolences. Thank you. Now I'd like to welcome Provost Jim Clark to the podium.
Thank you, President McCullough. We're assembled this afternoon to pay tribute to our graduates who have worked hard to earn their degrees and who will today embark on new journeys. On behalf of the university and this assembly, I congratulate you and wish you success. I'd like to take a moment to reflect on your remarkable achievements. If you're graduating today with either honors in your major or as a member of the Garnet and Gold Scholars Society, or if you are graduating cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, or with a perfect 4.0 GPA, will you please stand so we can applaud your accomplishments? Thank you. Florida State University distinguishes our graduating veterans, active duty personnel, and graduates of our ROTC programs with special red, white, and blue honor cords in recognition of their service to our country. If you are among that elite group, would you please stand so that we can thank you for your service to our nation? Thank you. Congratulations to all of you. Our student body president, Mr. Jackson Beauvais, has a word of welcome.
Thank you for the introduction, and thank you, President McCullough, for the inspiring words. Good afternoon. My name is Jackson Beauvais, and I had the honor of serving as this year's student body president. First and foremost, to the spring 2025 graduating class, congratulations. would like to take a moment to recognize and thank the families, friends, faculty, and staff that are here with us today or are tuning in to support our graduates. Your support has carried us through more late nights and 11:59 p.m. deadlines than I can count. I'm proud to say that on behalf of the students of Florida State University, we could not be more appreciative of the love, time, and energy that each of you have poured into our continued support. I would also like to take a moment to recognize our first-generation college graduates. If you are the first person in your family to be graduating from a four-year university today, please rise. I want to congratulate you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for showing us what it means to lead with courage and strive for excellence. I know that there is a mix of emotions in the room today. There's joy, maybe some nerves, and definitely the feeling that the last 4 years have flown by. But no matter how certain or uncertain you are about what tomorrow may bring, I want to leave you with something that has really resonated with me. You are stronger than you know. At Florida State, we have a word that's meant to capture who we are as a community. That word is unconquered. And over the past few years, but especially this last month, that word has taken on a much deeper meaning. In a place that so many of us call our home, we were reminded just how quickly everything can change. We lost members of our FSU family, and we're still mourning, still healing. But in the days and weeks that have followed, I have seen something truly remarkable. I've seen students checking in on one another and reaching out when they need support. I've seen strangers and community members attending vigils, professors and staff holding space for our community. In our hardest moments, we choose to stand together. That is what unconquered means. It doesn't mean that we are never knocked down. It means that we get back up. It means that we stand together when it's hardest, and it means that we carry forward together not because we forget, but because we remember, and we keep moving anyway. In the immortal words of John Hughes, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. And time really does fly, but the memories that we've made here at Florida State University will not soon be forgotten. The love and success that we've experienced here will be embedded in the new lives that we go on to live and in the dreams that we continue to chase. As you leave here today, for whatever chapter life has planned for you next, know this: you've already made it through things that you once thought you couldn't, including 3 tornadoes, 2 hurricanes, and a record snowstorm in Tallahassee. You have already proven what you are capable of. Wherever you go next, take that unconquered spirit with you as a testament to the strength, skill, and character that you've developed here. Again, I'll say congratulations, class of 2025, and as always, go Noles.
Thank you, Jackson. I'd like to recognize a distinguished guest for today's ceremony. Nope, that's not the right thing to say. It's better than one of the ceremonies that it didn't say it was supposed to move your tassel from right to left. And so we had to get Mark to do it. So hopefully that's going to work for you. So start again. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you all for being here today. It's my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Justice Ricky Polston. Judge Polston served on the Florida Supreme Court from 2008 to 2023. Including 2 years as the Chief Justice. He wrote major opinions in areas ranging from constitutional law to public utilities, to death penalty cases. As Chief Justice, he led the court system through the foreclosure crisis and a major transition to digital. Before that, he served 8 years on the First District Court of Appeal and spent 14 years in private practice handling commercial and insurance litigation across the state. He's also been a teacher, professor, taught law here at Florida State University for 20 years, covering topics like insurance law, appellate practice, and accounting for lawyers. And in fact, before becoming a lawyer, he was a certified public accountant. He worked for a Big 8 accounting firm where he handled audits, U.S. Security and Exchange Commission reporting, and financial transactions at major institutions. Justice Polston also served as general counsel for the Citizens Property Insurance Corporation, Florida's largest property insurance company. He grew up in Graceville, Florida, in the Florida Panhandle. Yeah. Escambia County. He grew up in Graceville, Florida, in the Florida Panhandle. He started his college education at Chipola Junior College and then transferred to Florida State, where he earned both his bachelor's and law degree. He's known not only for his integrity and commitment to public service, but also for his deep devotion to his family. He and his wife are proud parents of 10 children. Wow. I thought they left out a decimal place there. We are pleased to call Justice Polston one of our own. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Ricky Polston.
Good afternoon, my Florida State University family. Instead of giving you a formal speech today, I would like to share a few thoughts with you from my heart, if that's okay. This is a different kind of occasion. It's one that we celebrate because of your graduation, so well deserving, but yet we have this cloud hanging over us because of the tragic events that's happened on our campus. So as I was thinking about preparing, it seemed like, to me, it seemed like a lot like a time of Thanksgiving. When I sit down for Thanksgiving, I think about all the things that I've been blessed with, what a great time it is to celebrate, but yet I think about all the difficult times that's happened during the last year as well. A couple of years ago, as I was sitting down at my dining room table for Thanksgiving, I was going through somewhat of a rough spot in my life. So I sat down and wrote some thoughts that would acknowledge the rough spots that I'd gone through the year, but yet help me through a path forward in my life. And I would like to share those with you today, if I may. For lack of a better terminology, I'll call it the Polston proverb. Here's what I wrote. Catch the crumbs. Let nothing fall from the table. Account for all blessings and be stewards of the mistakes. I'll say it again. Catch the crumbs. Let nothing fall from the table. Account for all blessings and be stewards of the mistakes. Well, let's break that down. Catch the crumbs. Let nothing fall from the table. So yeah, it was Thanksgiving. So I was thinking about food, crumbs, and as the president said, Deborah and I have 10 children. That's a lot. 6 of those were adopted in a sibling group of 6 boys. And when those boys were young, they were somewhat messy eaters, and we had a small dog. And so if they dropped something from the table, and they always did, it was game on. Boys and the dog went flying onto the floor to try to get there first or whatever hit the floor, even though there was a lot on the table. There was speed determination, strength, aggressiveness, yelling, barking. The scraps that fell were truly up for grabs, and most likely whoever dropped it lost it. It would have been far better to catch the crumbs and let nothing fall from the table and put the same effort in not dropping it. So it applies not just to food, but whatever sustains us. So you think about, well, what does sustain us? We have basic necessities, food, clothes, housing. We have emotional needs, our relationships, family, parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, our personal faith. We have hope in a future, opportunities to have a better life, to make a difference in the world, to have purpose, and importantly, very significantly, we have our time to work and provide for all these needs. All these are necessary for a balanced life. Guard them. Don't let them just drop from the table. Be intentional, not random, with just reacting to whatever comes your way. Speaking about time, because it's so significant, you have family and friends who are important to you, hopefully here today. Spend it with them. Don't let the time slip away. You've heard this before. When they're with you, get off your phone, look them in the eye, talk to them. I tell first lawyers something like this: control your calendar. Don't let anybody else control your time. They don't have the same priorities. There are a lot of people in the world who will fill your calendar with a lot of stuff. Be intentional that it's your time and it's accomplishing what you want. Number 2, account for all blessings. So, when you go through an accounting class, you learn that you have a balance sheet, you have an income statement. You take a snapshot in time for the balance sheet. An income statement usually reflects revenues, expenses over the course of a period of time, usually a year. So when you think about accounting for blessings, you consider it at a point in time. Today, this point in time, you're blessed with a degree that was earned through very hard work. It has value. It represents an asset that should give you future earnings if you use it in the right way. And you may have some liabilities. You may have some student debt. And in an intangible way, you may owe others who helped get you here. Family, friends, teachers, professors, the university, people who helped develop you into what you've become today. It's been a long path, and there have been a lot of people to help you along the way. So accounting for your blessings means acknowledge what you are, what you have, and what you owe to others. You shouldn't ignore what you owe or be late with the acknowledgments. Communicate with those people. Express your gratitude a lot. So do you forget about the cost of what it took to get you the blessings? No, because you can't properly recognize the amount of the blessings that you have now if you don't actually recognize the cost. Number 3, this is going to be short, right? Be stewards of the mistakes. When you first hear that, it seems odd, right? A mistake, you're going to be a steward of that? Yes. We all make mistakes, they're inevitable. So what do you do when they come? You be a good steward of them. A good steward is someone who responsibly and diligently manages and cares for resources or assets entrusted to them. Being a good steward of mistakes means that you handle them with care. You manage them by learning from them, and you don't repeat them. I'll give you an example. My lovely wife, Deborah, and I have been married almost 48 years. We married soon after my graduation and undergrad degree in accounting here in 1977. Early in our marriage, a couple of years in, I became aware of this potential business investment, and I thought it was a really good idea. So I went to Deborah and said, hey, what about this idea? And she said these words after I explained it to her. She said, I think this is a bad idea. But if you want to do it, go ahead. I had graduated pretty high in my class here at FSU. I was working for then a Big 8 accounting firm, and I thought I was a pretty hotshot CPA and that I knew a lot. So I heard these words when she said that. I heard, go ahead. What I should have heard was, this is a bad idea. So you guessed it, it's under the heading of mistakes, right? I did it. And it took me years to dig out from that problem. So what did I learn from that? I learned if we don't agree, we don't do it. So that's an example of being a steward of my mistake, because that mistake was so seared into my consciousness, I did not forget it. Catch the crumbs, let nothing fall from the table. Account for all blessings and be stewards of the mistakes. There is a common denominator of that. You picking up on that? Just don't waste anything, like this moment in time. Don't forget this moment. Look around. Mark it in your consciousness. Don't zone out. Don't just check a box here. It's your graduation. Celebrate the moment. And as you're doing that, I'll say a Thanksgiving blessing. May God bless you, and may his grace and peace rest upon us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricky.
Before we begin the conferral of academic degrees, please remember that anyone who must leave early is asked to do so quickly and quietly so that others are able to see their graduates walk without interruption. I also want to remind our graduates to bring your yellow name cards to the stage when you come forward and have it in your hand when you meet Brandon here. You will note on the way up we have provided hand sanitizer. Do your best to keep that off the cards. I'd appreciate it.
And now for the main event, the conferral of academic degrees. For the conferral of master's and specialist degrees, I recognize our Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Mark Riley.
Will the candidates for the master's and specialist degrees please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor on behalf of the graduate faculty of Florida State University to present the candidates for the master's and specialist degrees.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and the Florida State University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate degree for which you have qualified, whether master's or specialist. Congratulations. You may be seated. And now that the master's and specialist degrees have been conferred, will the recipients please come forward and be recognized?
Will Dean Subrano Day of the FAMU FSU College of Engineering please come forward? Jacob Apsuk, Rudy Joe Allen, Khalid Algadni, Kylie Mitchell Augustine, Karishma Barti, Niraj Lakshmi Sai Bagaretti, Jonathan Tyler Boylan, Emma Bailey Brophy, Pranati Brungi, Hannah Lynn Bryant, Fernando Carrillo, Shashank Jahadri, Austin Kramer, Mohammed Danish, Rajdeep Satish Durat, Dominic Andreas Garrett, Chinad Gala, Elias Hassi, Mike Howell, Hamza Jumar, Skylar Klein, Ritusha Kudamanini, Aiden Connor Lowry, Omar Mahea Oglin, Carla Michelle Avila, Sean Keely Imalulani Moran, Andre Bartholomew Ortiz Nacional, Wagish Payush, Dahun Hyun, Anthony Quinn, David Query, Cameron Riles, Jacob Dennis Schmidt, John Schumacher, Isabella Maria Scheffler, Dennis Tiskimpi, Peter Tsurik Desane, and Himant Yadav. Will Dean Damon Andrew of the Ann Spencer Daves College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences please come forward? Amanda Marie Abarca, Makoma Suzanne Abbott, Tasman Abramowitz, Amira Abatahir, Matthew Acosta, India Adams, Sebastian Aguilar, Julie Alva, Abigail M. Emdor, Lauren Amparo, Francesca Angeletti, Isabel Austin, Kayla Janae Barnwell, Nicholas Barone, Elena Rose Barrett, Jameson Eve Batinich, Frankie Batista, Kelly Rain Baum, Annette Bergen, Natasha Devi Bishop, Kenara Blake, Sophia Grace Blaze, Jillian Bold, Jordan Bowens, Jonna Rose Bowden, Gwendolyn Renee Brady, Sarah Brinsell, Elizabeth Ann Brown, Callie Ann Elizabeth Kennedy, Exaria Lachian Bullard, Ayana Anissa Burchell, Janae Mamay Camara, Lauren Marie Caparelli, Kirsten Marion Capurso, Batika Mezhar, Rachel Casanueva, Caitlin Faith Casker, Sydney Caudle, Gwyneth Lacey Clark, Ashton Colburn, Travis Coleman, Michelle Elizabeth Collins, Juan Esteban Cubillos, Delia Elisiana Cuevas, Anna Brooks Cunningham, Trinity Davis, Jamari Shakur Denson, Ashley Dickey, Nicholas Matthew DiMaggio, Ashlyn Nicole Domini, Sandra Nolani Domingo, Tatiana Renee Duprier, Adrienne Jean Edmonds, Abigail Fontaine Elkins, Amanda Ilortegui, Peyton Ryan Ingle, Samuel Epping, Hillary Erd, Isabella Escobar Otiers, Natalie Estrada, Emily Evans, Haley Elizabeth Fairbanks, Kason B. Ferris, Ryan Farquhar, Kyla Marie Fetterly, Thomas Ferguson, Grace Elizabeth Ferrantino, Lindsay Ann Ferroa, Ben Findlow, Colby Virginia Fitzgerald, Megan Fogelman, Emmanuel Forbes, Alicia Angela Francois, Michaela Madison Gamble, Ananya Bimbali Ganapathy, Olivia Reed Gander, Melissa Gellin, Emma Mae Gorman, Macy Lynn Green, Brogan Janelle Gresham, Madeline Griffin, Ian Haas, Tia Hairston, McKenna Hope Hankins, Lauren Page Hensel, Noah Hapner, Jackson Thomas Harding, McKinley Harding, Asha Harp, Angela Heinisch, Glinda Mariel Herrera, Emma Janine Herron, Courtney Brenna Hess, Isabel Hildy, Lynn Nok Mai Huang, Bailey Hodges, Amber Hoffman, Shakaria Hopkins, Stephanie Lynn Horowitz, Yujing Hu, Alicia A. Huang, Whitney Huniford, Shamira Herto, Talia Iglesias, Jordan Alana Jackson, Donna Michelle Jackson Jones, Kendall Page Jacobs, Sarah James, Rikarma Jean-Baptiste, Elizabeth Jern, Stephanie Jimenez, Xavier Mikael Johns, Lindsay McGrew Johnson, Rachel Emily Johnson, Mikhail Jones, Zachary Lewis Jones, Kirsten Marie Jorgensen, Emma Kahn, Catherine Jane Kelly, Thomas Patrick Kilbane IV, Alexander Knowlton, Christina Alexandra Copels, Zarin Kurdak, Hannah Beth Kurtz, Alexis Kirkindle, Renaya Chikina Kidd, Elizabeth Grace Kios, Haley Denise Lagador, Sarah Hale LaJoy, Hannah Rose Laris, Maggie Lassiter, Karina Kilati Larose, Jacob Zachariah Leist, Jillian Levine, Jasmine Ali Lewis, Natalia Christine Lewis, Jacob Linares, Gloria Cristina Lopez Goretz, Susanna Loving, Jameson Maddox, Cole McGee, Patrick Marshall, Eliana Isabel Martin, Olivia Gabrielle Mason, Cameron Thomas Massa, Hillary Danielle Mouser, Davis Christopher Bessett McCall, Reagan Delaney McCarthy, Nicholas Alexander McGee, Brandon Meadows, Santiago Alonso Meneses, Elizabeth Meraz Valdez, Emmanuel Kenisha Mesidor, Tara Elizabeth Mihailovich, Amanda Nicole Miller, Gabrielle Ann Mitchell, Julia Marie Mappa, Melina Montesur, Abigail Mackenzie Moore, Hilton Harris Morgan IV, Micah Lee Morris, Jessica Millette, Joseph Musselman, Charlize Navarro Sanabria, Ross Christopher Nicholson, Jana So Elise O, Nina Marie Olivardia, Valerie Ashley Ortiz, Haley Elizabeth Hotman, Elizabeth Gray Kalihuanani Hutt, Isabella Marie Pagley, Devani J. Pappas, Sophia Osi Perkins, Emma Marie Perron, Megan Phillips, Eric Alexander Kiyek, Jenna Rebecca Rabin, Lauren Reeder, Spencer Regley, Zachary Reed, Jackson Gottfried Reeson, Zoe Elizabeth Ring, Grace Ritchie, Shoe back on. Serenity Joy Roberson, Riley Ann Robert, Jamie Robinson, Anthony Rodriguez Alvarez, Kaylin Tonise Roll, Brian Rothschild, Andrea Ruiz Ramis, Lily Sadoff, Laura Michelle Sanderson, Austin Michael Santilli, Mario Tyrone Sapp II, Jillian Ora Schiller, Caitlin Rose Schmidt, Elizabeth Schum, Robert Scott Jr., AJ Seawright, Tiara Shanice Sermons, Natalie Iman Shakir, Sarah Lorraine Shelby, Kimberly Sibio, Anastasia Sidorova, Ellis Drew Smith, Libby Smith, Michaela Smith, Maria Andrea Solares, Amy Summers, Alicia Southworth, Caroline Grace Stanton, Brian Stark, Rebecca Ann Steidel, Rachel Marie Stickle, Carly Nicole Still, Lauren Suzanne Strickland, Sarah Swan, Laura Swinier, Avery Ray Tangent, Brooke Elizabeth Teslow, Juliana Marie Tesselar, Autumn Thomas, Carly Erin Thomason, Drew Thorngren, Gabriella Valentina Tovar, Brianna Elizabeth Tucker, Jessica Tuttle, Jacob Guido, Taylor Marie Tile, Jordan Rafael Utrera, Anna Shelby Valvo Statala, Alyssa Michelle Van Linder, Emma Vaughn, Diana Voros Molina, Chris Wang, Melissa May Watson, Sabrina Weissman, Morgan May White, Abigail Christine Wilder, Brittany Wilkinson, Jasmine Williams, Caleb Willis, Meredith Wolf, Lauren Eileen Woodham, Caleb Zane Wooten, Taylor Marie Yanchuk, Jasmine Alondra Young, Marcus Zacharias, Jai Gang, Heidi Zhu, and Karine Zahoun. I want to thank those master's graduates that are staying and showing respect for the ceremony. Thank you.
I now recognize our Dean of Undergraduate Studies, Dr. Joe O'Shea, for the conferral of bachelor's degrees.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees please rise? All bachelor's degrees candidates should be standing, please. Mr. President, I have the honor on behalf of the faculty of Florida State University to present these candidates for the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and the Florida State University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate degree for which you have qualified. Congratulations. You may change your tassels from right to left. You may now be seated. Now that the bachelor's degrees have been conferred, will the candidates please come forward so we may recognize and congratulate you individually.
Will Dean Subrano Day of the FAMU FSU College of Engineering please come forward? Sarah Mila Abada. Sharif Abu Nasser. Wyatt Justin Abrams. Carlos Andres Aceituno Palacio. Adonai Almanza Enriquez. Kevin Amoros. Jose Andres Arita Vasquez. Jason Atkins. Maria Cristina Atunkar. Amari Avon. Crew Ele. Dylan F. Barton. Connor Ballman. Andres Bello. Leah Mackenzie Bergman. Hunter Schofield Bice. Catalina Blanzaco. Natalie Bajas. Sarah Bowles. Jose Boniette. Kayla Jaden Boudreau. Matthew Bork. Jacob Brock. Carson Burke. Jonathan Burns. Camille Grace Burnside. Sam Byers. Acel Neil Caballero Reyes. Nicola Alexander Cadavid. Alvaro Cardenas. Cody Carlson. William Davis Carlson. Brian Quinto Carson. Carter John Casio. Juliana Elizabeth Castelli. Melanie Ann Castro. Sebastian Castro. Miguel Eligio Cedeno Corvo. Tyler Chapman. Dorian Chin. Timothy David Chalopek. Jana Citronbaum. Chance Coleman. Santiago Contasti. Matthew Cordry. Grace Portal. Allison Klein Cornelius. Esmeralda Crespo. Nadia Anaya Ray Cross. Tamia Crusoe. Alexander Coutron. Sarah Elizabeth Dady, Ella DeBerry, Cassandra Della Rocco, Bryce Alexander Denick, Annette Derivet, Braden D'Souza, Sabina Nav Devolapalli, Jack De Benedetto, Angia Belushi Galiska, Martin Thomas Donahue III, Madeline Dowden, Pace Michael Dowhall, Brian Lewis Drabobus, Cassie Madeline Duclos, Isabel Duncan Moody, Sarah Renee Zuwoski, Tatiana Sofia Engativa, Elliot B. Erickson, Rafi Erisman, Ariana Escalona, Valentina Fajardo, Giovanni Rivaldo Felix, Ana Sofia Fernandez Burgos, Ana Maria Fernandez, Jose Fernandez, Trace Flowers, Sofia I. Forero, Clementina Franceschi, Javier Jr. Gallego Solis, Alan Christopher Garcia, Danielle Garcia, Maxwell Garcia, Amanda Garcia Minicow, Joseph Penton Garvey Jr., Ilkins Khan Skifrard, Kyle Giddies, Madison Grace Gilmore, Caroline Godet, Erin Gonzalez, Christian Alexander Gonzalez, Juan Ignacio Gonzalez Rivas, Jason Green, Kelsey Page Gross, Christopher Guerrero, Jackson Gunnels, Sarah Gutierrez, Fawad Hamad, Dylan Hampton, Cecilia H. Hansen, Tristan Hardy, Simon Hart, Aaron James Havener, Mason Herbert, Christian Higgs, Jeffrey Hill, Brennan Charles Hinson, Grant Austin Hoffmeyer, Connor Ryan Hollis, Mohammed Rabiet Hussein, Jason Houle, Anna Huzar, Aiden Houlihan, Joey B. Iskandar, Derek Jacobson, Megan Marie Jadouche, Nicholas Donald Jensen, Erin Jett, Gabriella Page Johnson, Grace Johnson, Hannah Patrice Johnson, Ryan Kazmarzik, Jordan Kazaka, Jordan Knowles, Kendall Alexandra Kovacs, Casey Chase Lawson, Kenny Lee, Kim Lee, Isabel Lednicki, Ian Lemler, Santiago Jose Leon Tilano, Joseph Liberato Agudelo, Grace Lynn, Reese Douglas Lynn, Gilly Liu, Justin Lorena, John Matthew Logan, Justin Lopez, Nicholas Olivier Lauren, Michael Lum, Daniel John Mack, Lauren McGee, Kyle Mahoney, Neil A. Maldonado, Sydney Ann Marchand, Alex Marquez, Lily Massa, Luis Eduardo Mastelleri Lopez, Ryan McGuckin, Amira McCage, Roshani Mehta, Mayan Natalie Mendelson, Ethan Michael Mercado, Luke Bradley Messer, Nicholas Mayart, Giovannino Mile, Koshmina Ankita Milescu Brumbat, Jonathan Molina, Nicholas Molitor, Jorge Montoya Jr., Julian Montoya, Brandon Morgan, Lisa Samantha Morrison, Allison Morse, Mackenzie Moses Jones, Peter James Moogie II, Richard Call Mulvihill III, Allison Munoz Benavides, Jason Whitfield Muse Jr., Ethan Edward Myers, Amina Khalid Nabosi, Brian Nezowitz, Angela Kate Nilai, Cody O'Brien, Kevin Oesti, Onyx J. O, Grant Parker, Brady Parks, Jackson D. Paris, Courtney Amber Angulo Pater, Ernest Patton III, Payne Peterson, Wilkins Pettifrere, Reed Pitts, Marco Porcelli, Joshua Pruitt, Graham Pugsley, Chase Quesnel, Michaela Christine Robb, Adesh Ruben Brabhanis, Melody Ramos, Zachary Rebelletti, Jerson Restrepo, Jonathan Brian Hune Ryder, Sean Genesis Rivera, Carlos Enrique Rojas, Jose P. Romero Villalaz, Gareth John Rosal, Sophia Ruiz, Evan Rundlet, Gianna Imani Russell, Alberto San Segundo, Nelimar Santiago Rivera, Luis Santos, Hector Alexander Sauceda, Benjamin Andrew Sayer, Khan Bartu Sisovitz, Justin Sepulveda, Jeffrey Sharkey, Andriy Shumsky, Logan Schwartzman, Tahara Niami Simpara, McKenna Sunday Sinkerfield, Toby Sloan, Evan Stewart Smith, Anders Snell, Taiwo Sogbison, Anthony Solis, Alana Sotolongo, James Spencer, Andrew Spilling, Kanan St. Louis, Emily Samantha Stout, Eric Strong, Riley Stroth, Christian Swastagui, Tibor Susani, Stephen Sutherland, Maria Eugenia Cavaglione, Sabrina Today, Elizabeth Taylor, Carter Thomas, LaCandea Thomas, Jonathan Tooby, Nat Torres, Noah Torres, Madison Rose Balachovich, Gabriel Enrique Vasquez, Luis Victorez, Carlos Villarino, Jack Granicar, Katie Hing Bu, Thien Yin Fong Bu, Mason Walters, Olivia Grace Walton, Cade Watson, Aiden Weatherby, Julia Belio Werner, Jackson Lee White, Caleb Adarian James White, Bradley Alexander Wiles, Tyler Wilkerson, Andrew M. Williams, Andrew Jeffrey Weininger, Benjamin Wergau, Amelia Wondrachek, Ethan Wong, Victoria Lynn Yang, Lauren Yates, Craig Allen Yachts Jr., Vivian Satcher, Sophia Marie Zaldua, Michael Zapper, Milyan Zha, Phoebe Zhang, Luca O. Isinci, Michael Vincent Pelpel, Lawrence Nero Terrell, Adam Edward Zoyce, Christopher John Richardson, Michael Javier Dominguez, Sidney R. Tyndall, Timothy Paul Berman, Nick Karstedt, Bradford Macaulay Andrew, Will Dean Jing Wong of the College of Nursing please come forward? Haley Albert, Adriana Emily Andre, Lori Eridu, Maya Betcham, Jada Baker, Olivia Grace Banks, Richard Ray Barnes III, Renaya Nicole Battle, Sophia Susan Cantalupo, Carolina Castaneda Marianini, Sydney Cirillo, Roland Egon Conway, Chloe Crawford, Julia Da Silva, Anna Cecilia Davis, Christina Delgado, Riley Nicole Digges, Jaden Shauna Edwards, Tia Janae Escarment, Haley Aline Evans, Maria Ferrer Pena, Jenna Aubrey Finley, Emma Caitlin Fisher, Nicole Fitzgerald, Olivia Catherine George, Brianna Jeline Germain, Emily Glotz, Aislinn Gonzalez, Emily Leah Greenspan, Sydney Hayden, Madison Percy, Shalia Jackson, Brianna Skyla Joseph, Ella Kirby, Emma Elizabeth Koch, Erin Coolhoff, Victoria Brielle Lafreda, Emily Mary Lombard, Nicole Catherine Lorenz, Julia Elizabeth Mahoney, Grace Sheeran Mann, Catherine Martin, Daniel McDonald, Jessica Lauren McGuffey, Abigail Emilia McManus, Jacob Kwasi Mensa Mampo, Allison Monte, Madison Morgan, Isabella Myers, Amanda Sin, Elise Lynn Newman, Megan Marie Peters, Alexa Ryan Pettis, Anna Karina Palanco Figueredo, Peyton Regenbach, Arian Lashai Session Walker, Morgan Choquer, Megan Simon, Riley Skinmore, Samantha Slack, Brianna M. Smith, Noel Edward Smith, Nicole Elizabeth Souza, Aiden Sullivan, Julie Ann Templeton, Audrey Rose Thomas, Tasha Dean Camelia Thomas, Drew Trombley, Lauren Twilley, Maya Watts, Morgan Elizabeth Carpenter, Grace Earls, Madison Cutella, Karen Lammy, Samantha Nicole Sartorio, Mary Segru, Ava Sabrina Drush, Will Dean Damon Andrew of the Ann Spencer Daves College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences please come forward? It is an impressive name. Patricia Abril, Ashley Elizabeth Adams, Lillian Altafio, Alexandra Alamo, Ella Grace Alamo, Ryan Albana, Kimberly Jean Allen, Kylie Anderson, Leah Nicole Anthony, Bailey Michelle Antonelli, Victoria Nicole Aranguren Escobar, Nicole Kirsten Arca, Isabella Margot Arachavaleta, Josephina Miriam Rose Ariette, Phoebe Erisman, Olivia Armbruster, Sienna Leta Marie Emerson, Leonie Artega, Evelyn Aspatia, Madison Baird, Shelby Ann Bacadal, Sophia Balfour, Matthew Bossera, Kayla Teresa Barakat, Luke Barley, Ashlyn Paige Marisi, Taylor Brooke Barrett, Emerson Berry, Max Basinski, Rukaya Basari, Emma Rose Baltko, Sydney Brooke Beecher, Grace Beard, Tori Michelle Beck, Kyle Becker, Rain Alicia Bellamy, Jackson Benedict, Cameron Bertelson, Lauren Bing, Jennifer Bird, Sydney Rihanna Blakeney, Patrick Manuel Blanca, Alyssa Nicole Blanco, Sophia Melissa Blanco, Sydney Elise Bowles, Sydney Annalise Bobie, James Cole Bonbrist, William Bonnet, Nicolette Page Bova, Harrison Bradshaw, Carly Branch, McKenna Bransdorf, Gabriella Braithwaite, Victoria Bray, Audrey Brenner, Dante Bristol, William James Brockman, LaKenya Brown, Kyla Michelle Bryant, Sean Noah Buckley, Valeria Bustos, Paige Marie Butler, Garrett Byrne, Kevin Kakamo, Avery Taylor Calabro, Caroline Callahan, Daniel Campbell Jr., Samantha Ann Campbell, Rebecca Carroll, Moneja Carter, William Carter, Hayden Cass, Kaylee Hope Casulo, Gabriela Alexandra Castillo, Brandon Centino, Chase Cerejo, Gianna Chappell, Sydney Mae Charlson, Lauren Chinny Chin, Ethan Oliver Crisson, Marilyn Clark, Julian Jean-Francis Clement, Abigail Patricia Clow, Kelly June Cotting, Dara Cohen, Samantha Cohen, Ryan Cohen, Morgan Christine Cole, Lily Coles, Dominic Thomas Coletta II, Sean Concepcion, Elizabeth Connor, Sebastian Cañedo, Nicholas Coppola, Sofia Cordero, Leighton Abby Corliss, Valentina Correa, Naya Cortelu, JC Potter, Kristen Marie Crespo, Emmeline Crittenden, Tony Frost Jr., Allison Crutchfield, Natalia Cuadras, Catherine A. Kubalon, Brandon Francisco Cuevas, Caitlin Nicole Colhane, Jayton Cullum, Elaine Katrina Cunningham, Alexa Maria Kurtz, Kate Dalrymple, Marcos Davia, Cameron Davison, Ryan Dawson, Courtney Savannah Day, Christopher De Cardenas, Naomi De Carvalho, Dominic Michael DeLeo, Alexandra Victoria Delgado, Marissa Haley D'Souza, Jillian DeVinny, Anthony DeVito, Isabella Nicole Duell, Callie Dio, Joseph Carmine DiBartolo Jr., Alexandria Noel Diedrich, Nicholas Diner, Erica N. Diristil, Ellie DiGiacomo, Allison Dombrowski, Brianna Donaldson, James Brady Donaldson, Juliana Donaldson, Grace Ping Donovan, James Doran, Emma Claire Doman, Landon Douglas, Clara Dowdy, Samaya Driver, Jaden Drummond, Dorlina Echeverria, Garrett Lee Edinger, Edgardo Edmond, David Eggleston III, Jane Frances Eiselstein, Miriam S. Elgamal, Lily Grace England, Jaden Elizabeth Ennis, Zachary Epstein, Justice Alexander Espinoza, Cecilia Elvira Estevez, Keely France Fallon, Morgan Farmer, Caitlin Feinberg, Justin Feinstein, Adriana Sofia Feliciano, Jagger Fells, Brooke Ferdinand, Christian Ferranti, Gage Ferris, Cara Renee Fetchero, Leah Field, Samantha June Fish, Alexia Fisher, Emily Fogelman, William Jerry Ford, Juanita Denise Forehand, Caroline Rose Forte, Sarah Elizabeth Foy, Jaden Francis, David Harris Frank, Christian Peter Frazier, Aiden Pring, Kay Elizabeth Fuller Gaines, Isabella Anise Fusco, Isabel Gaffney, Megan Galloway, Natalie Garay, Emily Garcia, Kaylee Grace Georgiana, Grace Gerlach, Alexa Gershon, Danielle Marie Ewan, Sutton Glickman, Connor Globenfeld, Riley Glover, Annika Marie Gluckman, Kirsten Nagy, Dylan Lee Goldstein, Madeline Ann Gomez, Jaden Goodman, Carly Michaela Gordon, Omariah Gordon, Bryant Gornall, Peyton Lee Gowing, Alexis Elizabeth Goyette, Jenna Graber, Cole Stephen Graham, Lucas Gregat, Eliza Grunstein, Michaela Bell Guest, Kyle Jose Maria Quaresma Gutierrez, Gabriel Gushman, Arabella Habich, Lauren Hadala, Riley Hagan, Josie Hager, Billy Hall, Lauren Kathleen Harkins, Cooper Allen Harrell, Delaney Hope Hatch, Rachel Patton, Micaiah Diriana Hawkins, Christopher Heller, Janessa Silvana Henley, Lindsay Hernandez, Lauren May Hetzer, Catherine Hibbard, Christopher Hicks, Jaden Denard Hightower, Jessica L. Hilaire, Carson Hills, Zoe Marie Hoban, Reese Hoffman, Megan Holmes, Macy Marie Hudson, Bryce Hughes, Kennedy Hughes, Simone Alicia Hunter, Nicholas Imperio, Mallory Marie Ingram, Nicholas Alexander Ionides Asher, Christian Ivanette, Lauren Grace Jackson, Cameron Jackson Lott, Gabriella Marie Jacobs, Avery McCain James, Hewan Jang, Jack Jansen, Elena Jashari, Robin Lee Jazak, Raisa Jean, Megan Jefferson, Cameron Jennings, Asher Johnson, Hannah Johnson, Taylor Margot Johnson Withers, McKenna Brooke Johnston, Elizabeth Charity Jones, Molly Jones, Carson Nicole Kaiser, Kaylee Kamea, Skylar Cashman, Colton Keith Kite, Anna Jane Kelly, Benjamin Kelly, Natalie Ann Kelly, Aiden Gerner, Samantha Lindsay Keel, Maya Alexis King, Reese Elizabeth Hall Class, Jacqueline Klubchek, Ryan Dimitri Knighton, Jaden Sinclair Knox, Jalea Lene Knox, Beatrice Colster, Lauren Copen, Brock Starr Cronitz, Emily Claire Cross, Julia Kuhn, Julia Kutcher, Nina Legault, Kristen Lane, Megan Rose Lana, Garrison Broughton Land, Ricardo Lara, Luis Leroux, Georgia Lassman, Keaton Laurendine, Emily Marie Lauro, Madison Rayleigh Lawler, Bogdan Lazarenko, Ryan Leary, Paulina Lebowitz, Liliana Leitao, Savannah Lemon, Madison Josephine Lemons, Heather Marie Lepley, Lance Levesque, Addison Christina Lewis, Harold Dwayne Lewis Jr., Drake Lilly, Ben Lim, Harley Lindsay, Isabella Lizasso, Rachel Lanos, Brianna Long, Isabel Lorenzana, Rusty Jonathan Lotfi, Nicole Ann Macri, Berkeley Sienna Mahan, Alyssa Gail Mahoney, Jacob Thomas Mahoney, Matthew John Mahoney, Haley Marie Major, John Christopher Manalo, Aaron Isaac Manuel, Sarah Jean Scase Marino, Daniel Martin, Samantha Martin, Emily Ruth Martin Willott, Ashley Matson, Julie Nicole Morrow, Chase Moss, Paige Mounts, Grace Maynard, Tommy Elisha McCall, Aspen Michelle McDonald, Caden McGee, Eve McIver, Kayla McEtcher, Emma McMahon, Cheyenne Miller, Hannah Miller, Caden Minch, Alondra Miranda Tirado, Elise Sanders Mitchell, Lexi Liberty Mitchell, Ava Monastero, Margaret Moore, Mason Moore, Morgan Kaylee Mordes, Axel James Morey, Ella Grace Morris, Tori Morris, Bethany Morse Gordon, Abigail Moscaso Martinez, Matias Andres Munoz, Caitlin Alexis Murphy, Gloria Muzito, Lily Devon Neater, Marielle Newmark, Tegan Nicholson, Kara May Nearly, Rochelle Nieto, Kai Jaden Robinson Noble, Victoria Erin Nolan, Adriana Daniela Nunez, Olivia Odion, Ella Grace O, Carly Marie Orantes, Zoe Grace Oram, Kyla Ree Owen, Lauren Oxley, Megan Wiley Pagana, Annika Baldo Palad, Elena Palmer, Chastity Sue Ann Parker, Hunter Parks, Maitri Maheshkumar Patel, Anthony Jacques Patricios, Valerie Danette Paz Cuevas, Brandon Alexander Palekis, Benjamin Peveler, Hannah Parekis, Julio Alfonso Peralta, Elizabeth Pereira, Jacob Alexander Perez, Noelis Angela Perez, Pablo Manuel Jacques Perez, Michelle Petit Point, Alexa Nicole Petricelli, Eric F. Pierre, Rebecca Pitts, Kate Climale, Rowan Huza, Samantha Profite, Thomas Provenzano, Isabella Puerta Lee, Nicholas Puerto, Yasmin Ahmad Kwasami, Madison Quant, Isabella Deanne Rabin, Violet Rose Raby, Brooke Randall, Kobe August Rash, Olivia Reese Rawls, Jackson Reeves, Samantha Callan Riley, Danielle Richmond, Sarah Elizabeth Ramey, Victoria Agnes Rinneman, Madeline Risco, Manuel Rivero, Zoe Isabel Robbins, Britton Landrum Robinson, Corinne Rodemaker, Ashley Rodriguez, Leilani Roig, Jarrett Shane Rowland, Sophia Francesca Romaine Bershaw, Emma Romans, Melina Romero, Gabrielle Rosenblatt, Catherine Ross, Haley Rosamano, Sawyer Lee Rowe, Emily Claire Rowland, Isabel Alyssa Ryan, Kennedy Ryan, Benjamin Salazar, John Thomas Salvato, Bennett Samuels, Christian Ronaldo Sanchez, Marissa Rose Sapino, Caroline Sarvati, Riley Schaefer, Hannah Shefeli, Haley Schneider, Lance William Sherman, Viviana Schuyler, Emily Schwartz, Diane Scotty, Chloe Arabella Secunda, Jessica Segal, Riley Segur, Jacob Sevilla, Anna Catherine Seymour, Olivia Del Rosario Schad, Erin Schaffer, Macy Elizabeth Sheely, Natalie Sheen, Reagan Hannah Sheffield, Molly Blair Chiron, Jensen Renee Chong, Elena Sylvania, Pananica Silvestri, Emilia Rose Simpson, Eden Grace Sims, Casey Ann Singer, Prithviraj Singh, Morgan Sirop, Caitlin Marie Slosson, Chloe Meadow Smith, Danielle Smith, Madison Nicole Smith, Matthew Smith, Savannah Smith, Ariana Alexandra Diaz, Brianna Sosa, Maria Soto, Justin Spliha, Ellison St. John, Charlie Stafford, Lo Stark, Lily Capri Steed, Summer Steer, Isabella Steigerwald, Parker Stoyan, Logan Alexis Strefes, Caroline Stringer, Sophia Stromack, Elizabeth Suberly, Riley Sullivan, Tyra Olivia Sof, Erin Elizabeth Swan, Kirsten Tavacini, Marina Alexandra Tamperi, Savannah Joyce Tanner, Emily Tittelbaum, Zachary Timonek, Glenn Beard, Savon Thomas, Brian Thompson, Jake Tischler, Martiva Marie Toby, Leo Tornes, Natalia Amanda Torres, Jalen Akil Trevick, Denison Trelka, Benjamin Trentacosti, Madison Page Tyler, Adrian Javier Valdivia, Julia Van Arsdale, Alyssa Victoria Veloso, Hallie Bayed, Gabrielle Vilches Pagan, Brooke Vineyard, Brady Erickson Walsh, Jamie Abigail Walters, Aiden Riley Warner, Avery Alexis Warner, Sandy Louisa Waters, Alexandra Inessa Watson, Jenna Watson, Emily Weber, Riley Elizabeth Weber, Aaron Francis Weckhesser, Stephen Cole Weissman, Jake Weiss, Josh Weissman, Sydney Weems Westfeld, Landon White, Bailey Grace Whitlow, Anna Elise Williams, Josephine Grace Williams, Kaylee Alexis Wilson, Tyra Wilson, Katie Marie Wisniewski, Ava Witt, Emma Caroline Bonevitz, Sierra Dawn Woodall, Carson Woodell, Madison Wright, Morgan Taylor Wummer, Bailey Anne-Marie White, Michael Yandel, Sarah Caroline Young, Annette Hussein Zamsky, Joseph Paul Zaragoza, Kirsten Zawaki Dorweiler, Talise Aliyah Ziegler, Austin Ziarno, Ryan Ziskinder, Bailey Zoller, Sophia Zolo, Paige E. Zokoski, Gianna Zwire, James Mark Haywood Jr., Jacob John Borski, Richard Jorge Egus, Jocelyn Mercedes Millen, Isabel Cristina Medina Rosa, Daniel Antonio Lopez, Elizabeth Lee Newcomb, Benjamin James Burgess, Marina Ann Carey Adams, Raimundo Flores Jr., Ryan Auger, Kiera Grace Best, Janki Hasu Bakta, Tamaya Kania Brown, Kason Brugnon, Robert Chatfield, Madeline Chavers, Anastasia Aston, Emmett Parrish Mitchell.
Congratulations to you all. We are pleased to welcome you as alumni of Florida State University. Before you go, I just wanted to say a few things. I wanted to thank all the student body of this university. Over the last several weeks, you really taught me a lot. You learn from everybody, and that's a key message that you should take with you. Everybody can teach you something, but you have to be an artful listener. You have to be a good listener. I would say that one of the positive characteristics that I have as a leader is that I'm a pretty good listener most of the time. And I care. Listening is a superpower. And I think if I could give you one piece of advice, I would say to listen to people and you'll be amazed. I've interviewed quite a bit in my career for jobs. And I've been the interviewer on the other side of the table. I've been on search committees for a lot of positions in my career. And one of the things that I discovered in all of that is the people who came and were making their case and talking a lot usually didn't do very well in interviews. It was the people who didn't say a lot until it was clear that it was their turn to speak. And often people will think, the people on the other side of the table think, wow, that was a great meeting. And what they should have said is, wow, that was a great meeting because I got to talk and hear myself talk for a long time. Man, I got really happy to hear myself talk. But that listening is something that's very important, and it's something that you should take with you. I've learned a lot in my career from lots of different people. In the last speech I said I learned a lot from Jim Clark, the provost, which I do. I learn a lot from Jim every day. He has really great jokes. It's one of the things that I really enjoy about him. I can never remember them, but it's always incredibly funny. My sons have taught me great things. My older son has taught me and my wife about appreciation of art. And as I said before, the ability of a poor boy from Mesquite to go into MoMA and appreciate the evolution of modern painting is something I thought I would never be able to do, but my son taught me that. He also taught me about Omega Seamaster watches and Panerais, which are pretty awesome watches, and so I learned a lot about watches from him as well. So you can learn things from people. My younger sons taught me so many things, to be a good listener and care about people and be patient. He has also taught me about music, and one of the things that he introduced me to was hip hop, and I love all genres of music. I love classic rock, I love classical, jazz, blues. I like heavy metal. Tool is one of my favorite bands. Nirvana, Alice in Chains. Those are just, I could listen to those constantly. So he said to me, I think he was in middle school, he said, I got a song for you. I said, what is it? This is a new hip hop song. I said, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. And he said, I think you will. And he played What You Know by T.I. And I was like, that is an awesome song. I don't understand most of what he's saying because, I mean, I know he's what you know about that. I know that part. But he's got some things like cheese with beepers. I don't know. I didn't really, but it doesn't really matter. It's just the vibe you get from that song. It's like the confidence that comes out of that song. It's one of the things I really love about hip hop is confidence. I use music for various reasons. One is to gain confidence in hip hop when I'm really feeling like I need to, be confident. I listen to hip hop. When I want to exercise vigorously, I listen to, really fast, heavy metal and stuff like that. Music is a powerful thing because it not only guides you, but it also changes your mood. There's a song, oh boy, I'm not going to remember it now, by Rush. It's a band from a while ago, and they have a song called "Spirit of the Radio," and it says that it's giving, it gives a gift that's priceless, but almost free. The music that comes from the radio. It's a beautiful line. Music can change your mood and make you happier. It's proven that if you listen to music, you can make yourself in a better mood. I listen to music all the time because, exercise, staying busy, working on 10,000 different things is something that helps me. I want to share with you a couple songs that mean a lot to me, and hopefully they'll mean something to you as well. I love the song Pink and White by somebody I'm sure it's a very obscure artist that you've never heard of, called Frank Ocean. You ever heard of Frank Ocean? The song is Pink and White by Frank Ocean, and it says, that's the way every day goes, every time we have no control. If the sky is pink and white and the ground is black and yellow. So what that means is every day that you wake up, you don't have any control what's going to happen that day. You can't control what the color of the sky is or the pavement on the sidewalk or whatever. But that doesn't matter. You have to go your own way. You have to go your own way and control what you can control. And then I had a line that reminded me of the students, because in all the things that have happened, it was the students' gratitude that's been helping me to heal. And it says in the song, just the same way you showed me love. So I appreciate that. You helped me, so thank you. The other thing you should realize is that as you approach your next phase of your career, grad school, whatever you're going to do, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. All the people on this stage up here didn't get here. There's almost no one I know of that has been incredibly successful in their late 20s, other than Luke Laux, our new basketball coach. But he's a superhero or something. And he was Luke Laux is a special character, a guy. He was an intern in his early 20s for the Golden State Warriors, and by 28 he was the head of player development for the national championship Golden State Warriors. So, okay, there's one exception in the entire world, okay? It took me like a million years to get where I was going, okay? I had to drop half my classes in community college, okay? I thought I was going to flunk out of graduate school. I was given my first seminar when I was at Johns Hopkins in graduate school, and a professor asked me a question, and I answered it, and he shook his head like I was an idiot. And I thought, oh, I'm out of here. I'm done with graduate school. I'm not going to graduate school. I'm going to just quit and walk out right now. And I said, you know what, just finish the seminar, you'll be fine, you can quit after the seminar. And after the seminar, my boss came up to me, Dwayne Cowan, wonderful person, and I said, I was really upset by the professor's question because I answered it, you know? He said, what's the mechanism for this reaction? I said it's a metallation followed by transmetallation followed by oxidative coupling through a radical mechanism. And the professor shook his head, and I said, what did you do wrong? He said, oh, what you should have done is at the end of it, you should have stomped your foot. And he said, you're exactly right. The professor's wrong. And I was like, okay. Pick myself up off the turf, go another day, and keep going. And eventually, I worked hard. I got pretty lucky. You know, I won the Best Graduate Student Award at Johns Hopkins, even though I almost flunked out. So just shows you that if you just keep after it and work hard, you can get there every day, getting up. You got to stay busy. You have to stay working. The key to staying on top of things is you got to treat everything like it's your first project. Like the first day back when you were an intern, you got to stay hungry. That's what's important. That's from my first song, and that's where Biggie is explaining to Jay-Z his philosophy of life. So you can learn from hip-hop. I suggest that you listen to it. Create, explore, expand, conquer. A$AP Rocky, praise the Lord. Awesome song. But your biggest challenge is the same challenge that I have. You have the same challenge that I have. You know, it's the mind. It's that thinking that you can't do it, or having somebody tell you you can't do it, and you constantly negative thoughts about how you can't do it. Everybody lives that. Everybody lives that. But you know what? I guarantee you the brain is a plastic organ that can be changed through positive thoughts. So I want you to go home and I want you to listen. I want you to watch a video, 24-hour video called Happy by Pharrell. You can watch 10 minutes of it, but it's an awesome video if you haven't seen it, where people dancing to the song Happy, which is an awesome song, and I guarantee you'll feel better to do that. But everybody experiences this. Lana Del Rey says, I'm trying hard not to get into trouble, but I got a war in my mind. I've got a war in my mind, so I just ride. So Florida State students, just ride. Just ride. And I want you, when you go away, I want you to go away and practice self-care. As Mac Miller says, self-care, I'm treating me right. Yeah, hell yeah. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Self-care by Mac Miller. It's a Pittsburgh boy. Got to listen to that song, because I want you to leave here and take care of yourself. Even though you have much to learn, you have much to learn. You have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn. I learn how much I don't know every day from my wife. Every day I hear what I don't know from my wife. Every day. Every day. So much I don't know. It's amazing. Just joking. She does help me immensely, by the way, and is 1,000 times smarter than me, so I do appreciate it. But you got to continue. When opportunity strikes, you are Florida State. You're a Florida State grad. You got to take that opportunity. You got to take that opportunity. Whenever I'm feeling frustrated, I'm on a project that's really complicated and everything seems to be going wrong, but it's a project worth doing. It's an opportunity worth doing. And I feel that it has to be done for Florida State. I like to listen to TV Off by Kendrick Lamar. As Kendrick Lamar says, got my foot up on the gas, somebody got to do it. And I love that because what that means to me and what it means to you as a Florida State grad is when you get an opportunity, you got to put your foot on the gas because somebody's got to do it. And who's the somebody? Florida State grads. So I want to close with a great song by Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean has a song On Blonde, which is probably one of the best albums. Maybe MTV Unplugged, Nirvana's better. I don't know. They're both really good. But on Blonde, he has a song called Godspeed. And there's a great version by James Blake that if you haven't heard that on the piano, it's phenomenal. As soon as you leave, you got to go listen to that song. It's amazing. And I'm gonna read a verse from it. It says, and this goes out to you in my parting words. Wishing you Godspeed, glory. There'll be mountains you won't move. Still, we'll always be here for you. We're going to let go of our claim of you today as you graduate. But you will always have this place to call home. Godspeed. As Frankie Ocean said, you always will consider Florida State your home. I want to remind you, you'll always be a Seminole. This campus is always going to be your home. Please stay in touch with your professors. There's nothing that brings more joy to a professor than being contacted by a former student. Even if it's something short, it's a quick email. You don't have to give your life story, because I know how it goes. You go, oh, I don't want to bug them, or, I don't want to, if I don't write everything I've ever done, just, hi, thinking of you, hope you're doing well. I'm still in grad school, or whatever. Okay? So please do that. There's over 400,000 living alumni at Florida State University. There's a chance to wherever you go, you're going to run into one of them. So take advantage of that opportunity and ask for help or connections. I think that we can all recognize that we didn't get where we are today alone. For most of the graduates, this days would not be possible without the assistance, support of their parents, their family, their friends or spouses. And I think it would be great, graduates, if you could stand and look for your family and loved ones and salute them with your applause. Thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind, I would love it if you could salute and give applause to those that put on these ceremonies. It's a lot of work. Thank you. We're going to end the commencement with the singing of the hymn to the garnet and gold and the recessional. The recession will be led by the platform party. Faculty and new doctors will follow the words to the hymn to the garnet and gold on the screens above you. Please rise.